Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Now, 1933, yes. 5 million families were dependent on charity. Yeah. Now, in this atmosphere of panic and hysteria, the new president told the people in his inaugural speech that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Oh, the speech inspired the nation with hope for a quick revival of business and prosperity. Yeah. Now, I know you're saying this can never happen again. But from what I'm seeing, yes, it could happen. But it could be a lot worse than what has happened. See, we had the Y2K problem where all the internet companies, yes, were introduced, yes, because of the introduction of the internet. Yeah. Do you remember that in the 90s where every person that had a web business, yes, they were going to be successful, multi millionaires. Poop. But for some reason, the market went way up, because of the Y2K concerns. Yeah, that excuse me, the computers were not going to reset their actual date to the year 2000. Yeah, but it didn't work out. But somehow the market got overextended because of the need, yes, to reprogram all the computers and make sure that all the computers had the right internet connections. Now, I first got going as a stockbroker really at the end of 1998 in the year of 1999. And you couldn't do any wrong. Poop. Every investment went up when the market went up. Yeah. But then I remember it was 2000, probably, was it March of 2000 or March of 2001? Yes, things went down. Lots and lots of internet companies went out of business. They lowered the interest rates, and maybe I should explain to you interest rates. See, what happened was there was this guy named Paul Volcker. Yes. Mm. And we had some inflation concerns in the 80s. Yeah. And they raised the interest rates. And then in 1987, Alan Greenspan became the Federal Reserve Chairman. Yeah. We had a stock market crash. We introduced the plunge protection team. Yeah, we did. Could you get me the PPT? Ouch! Now, at that time, well, it was the 70s was inflation, then the 80s, and then Alan Greenspan kind of rearranged the markets to suit himself. Yeah. I think he took office in 87, 88 as the Federal Reserve Chairman. Yes, he did. And then in the 90s, things kind of just went up a little bit each year. There was really no problems. They call it the boom and bust cycle. Yeah. But every time we had a problem as a nation, the interest rates of the United States were about 10%. Yes, they were. 88, 89. Wow. And you lower interest rates a couple percent. Yes. And the whole nation would refinance their mortgages. Oh, they lower their monthly mortgage payment. Yes. And they take the difference out. Yes. And they spend it, stimulating the economy. Now, if you look at the interest rate cycle of from 1988 to 2003, 2004, yes, mm, they just lower interest rate 2%, and then everything would be stimulated. Yes, then they'd raise interest rates for a few years, but they wouldn't go back up to the level that they had lowered them from. Pooch. Now, for the maestro, yes, he might remember my evaluation of his fucking Fed policy.